Hello everyone, today we'll be taking a look at how I am self-aware. I thought this was just me. I don't really know how to say this. I thought it feels like, not really it feels like I'm lying about my disorder or illness or whatever you want to call it. I'm schizoaffective, bipolar type. I've learned so much in the last couple of days. It's really nice. I didn't know that there was a depressive type and bipolar type for schizoaffectiveness, but there is, and I'm bipolar type or manic type. I like to go by manic because manic just sounds so much better than bipolar in my opinion. I also remember as a kid, growing up in school, kids would make fun of people who were bipolar, and it's just like, at the time I didn't fully understand what bipolar was, and now that I have it, I know what it is, and I don't understand why people make fun of it, because it's really no joke. So that's another reason why I like calling it manic instead of bipolar, just because as I was growing up, there were kids that were making fun of people who were bipolar. Either way, I had learned, this was just either last night or the night before, that other people are self-aware too, and I kind of figured there were other people out there that were self-aware, so I'm not saying that that's anything new to me, but what was really weird about it was a lot of people were. A lot of the people I was talking to were self-aware, and it's just kind of like, okay, wait a second. I thought being self-aware wasn't very common, because that's the way my doctor makes it sound. But it sounds like, from talking to these people, that it is pretty common to be self-aware. You know what I mean? So, that eases my mind a little bit, but it still doesn't help the fact that I feel like I am lying about what I have. I know I have an illness, I know I am schizoaffective. My mom even believes I am paranoid schizophrenic, and all of that. So, with that being said, I know I have something wrong with me, and we'll get into that in another video, because I don't really fully believe something's wrong with me, but it's easier to describe that for now. But I believe that, sorry guys, I lost my train of thought, which is just part of being schizoaffective. Either way, I just felt like I was lying about my disability whenever somebody would say that I'm self-aware of it. They wouldn't elaborate or anything like that. They'd just say, oh, well, you're really self-aware for what you have. And then at that point, it makes me feel like they think I'm lying, which I know is just a delusion, but I can't help it, see, that's just part of being self-aware. I know it's a delusion, I know what I have, but I can't stop that feeling, which brings me to the point of, just because I'm self-aware doesn't mean I can control it, which is what I was talking about in this Discord, which, if I haven't mentioned it yet, I'm in a Discord. It's not mine, it's somebody else's, and it's about mental illness. A lot of people in it have mental illnesses, not just one specific type either, it's all different types. I think it ranges from like autism to schizoaffective to schizophrenia to dissociative identity disorder to whatever, It's just got a bunch of different mental illnesses in it. So feel free to check that out. If I don't leave the link in the description below, then I will be leaving, or I do have it up on my channel already. It is in the description of a video titled "Discord is going to be the death of me." So feel free to check that one out, and we'll go from there. Anyways, so basically, me being self-aware doesn't mean I can control any of my symptoms I may be having, right? A lot of people think, oh, well, if you're self-aware, then you can control it. My boss was kind of one day like, well, can't you tell your voice doesn't stop? She didn't mean it in any mean way or anything. She just doesn't fully understand how schizoaffective works, you know. So she just asked me one day if I can stop the voices, you know, and I was like, no, it doesn't really work like that, you know. I can talk to them, and sometimes, depending on what's going on in the background and what happened previous to the voices and all of that, I can talk to them and calm them down, but it just depends on what happened. But that's about as far as controlling the voices goes, is I can just talk to them and calm them down. My older sister, she has DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, also known as multiple personalities. She does the same thing, you know. I didn't really think that was a thing. I was just doing it just because I thought it was cool to talk to my voices, you know, but turns out other people can do it. So it's pretty cool, honestly, to think about, and all of that. And there's people probably looking at me funny, like, why is he holding a selfie stick? I don't usually walk the road while I talk, so it's something new. And they're probably just wondering, like, what's going on? You know, and that's part of being, I think, maybe autistic, or maybe it is schizophrenia too. My friend thinks I'm autistic, which I believe I'm autistic too, to an extent. But I just pick up on random things, and so me switching from topic to topics, probably schizophrenia, but me picking up on the little things that are happening around me, from my understanding, is autism, which I'm not worried about, if we're being honest. From my understanding, the same things to treat autism are used to treat schizoaffective disorder too. So, two birds with one stone, I guess. But yeah, that's about the extent of being self-aware for me. So like, I guess I can elaborate a little bit more about being self-aware in terms of like what I'm self-aware of. So like dissociation, I am very self-aware that I am dissociated. I just can't control it. It's really hard because it looks like I'm third person, or looking at a third person point of view, but I'm not. I can hear my voices, like I know my voices, I know what's going on when I hear my voices, I should say. Hallucinations, I know they're hallucinations, but that doesn't make them any less scary for me, I guess, because they're kind of scary to me. And I think that's just me partially being paranoid because I'm always worrying that somebody's out to get me. But in the grand scheme of things, nobody's actually there. So that just makes me really paranoid because, so like, let's take a mailbox for example. Perfect height for a human. If I'm looking off to the side or something and there's a mailbox up ahead, I'll see a shadow figure and I'll feel like somebody's watching me, you know. And I only see hallucinations out of the corner of my eyes too, by the way, guys. I don't see them like full on. They're just shadow figures, or shadow people, I guess is what we were calling them in Discord. But they're just shadow people. And then when I look to see who it is or what they're doing or anything like that, it's just a mailbox. You know, like, it's so weird how hallucinations work. But that's all for now, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.